Myra has severe concussion, but she isn't in danger, so she should be back with you in a couple of days.
Mrs. Reynolds, how about Pixie?
She's getting the best possible treatment, Judy.
What sort of treatment? How is she?
Well, we don't really know. In fact, we won't know for some time. She's been transferred to a psychiatric hospital. Samantha, that request of yours, I'm afraid the department's knocked you back.
There was a phone call for you, Mrs. Morris, from the police. They said that Peter Wright's trial is being put forward to tomorrow. Would you phone them? Here's the message.
Thank you. I'll phone straight away. I'm sorry you don't get to see your mother, Sam.
Yeah, well, I think I found a way around it. You still see her? We'll see. Only way to get anything done around here is do it yourself, I reckon.
Sorry?
I'm, planning on giving myself a day release.
I don't understand.
No, sorry, weren't supposed to.
Why, Frank? Why did you do it? Easy. I enjoy it. Would have made your hair curl to see the look on her face. Unreal. You stick. You bastard, Frank! Pixie ain't you! You can get your little bloody hands off her because you bastard!
That's enough! Now what the hell do you think you're doing, Delaney? Well, now let's get one thing straight, Delaney. We all know that it was Murphy who attacked Mason, don't we? So Burke here couldn't have had anything to do with it. Good. Glad we've got that settled. Clean this mess up and tidy yourselves up. Any more nonsense, you'll be on a charge.
I swear, Frank, I'm gonna get you. I don't think so, Penny. Even the freak's on my side. I reckon I'm going to get plenty of protection from now on. Because no one wants but pigs to find out it wasn't Murphy that slipped it to our Pixie. Do they?
So her husband's going to try to organise bail. Isn't that great, Jude? Jude? Her husband's going to try to organise...
Yeah, that's great.
Seems like everyone's getting out of here one way or another. Sorry.
Now just call it, will you, and get some work done, please?
Not many laughs around here lately. Not much to laugh about, is there?
Don't you start.
Hey, I ever tell you about the night my mum brought home this trick? It was a 20-stone cannonball, Mum said. Oh, what happened? Broke the bed. Went straight through. Mum couldn't pick him up. Lousy bugger wouldn't pay till he'd had his money's worth. What did she do? Threw me out onto the couch and took my bed. God, I laughed. They must have been lying on my squeaky dog because it kept barking all night. That must have been pretty lousy for you. Why? Oh, your mum. What about her? Well, I just meant... Well, my mum spoilt me and she was a bit of a sook over me.
Don't start pitying me, Warren. I don't need it.
I just meant, Lexa, I just meant...
Well, what would you know anyhow?
Look, I only meant that you haven't had it as...
I don't want it easy. Oh, Lexi, I told you. Well, tell her. Whatever me mum did, she made me stand on my own 2 feet. Not like wimpy piggy eyes here.
Oh, hang on.
I've never had it soft and I'm bloody glad. And I don't have to take crap from anyone. Least of all her!
There you go, McRae.
Good, thanks.
They didn't tell me you were coming back today. You okay?
Better shape than you are, mate. What the hell have you been up to?
You haven't heard? It's been on the radio, on the television and everything.
Now, well, Wentworth General doesn't run to luxuries like that for prisoners. Come on, mate, what is it?
Pixie got raped. And Myra got bashed. They took her to the hospital. She must have been trying to help her.
Burke?
Yeah.
Well, so what's with your face? I mean, haven't they got him in the pound?
No. Well, I don't know what happened. Murphy got blamed for it. They took him away and charged him. Nobody said nothing about Frank.
Murphy? I mean, what the hell's Murphy? It doesn't matter. What about Pixie? Is she all right?
She can't talk. It's shock. They're going to put her in a mental hospital. Oh, God, Jeff.
Oh, easy, son. Hang in there. I'll get the bastard fixed up, I promise you. Not much comfort, I know. But at least we got rid of Murphy.
It's not going to help Pixie, though, is it?
I'll say sorry if you want.
Sorry for what?
You stuck your nose in my business.
I did not. You called me a wimp.
Well, you are. Oh, come on, I'm sorry.
Me too.
Right, Kelly, this is for you. Time to speak. We're waiting for those. Now, anyone that wants to go outside, be at the gate in 2 minutes, all right?
We're Kelly an artist, and pigs will fly.
Oh, she's an artist, all right. A con artist.
What do you reckon, Jude?
Huh? Oh, sorry, I wasn't listening.
Someone's giving him a going over. Hey, I wonder if it was Mighty Matt's eye was all closed and his face
Oh, for God's sake, I got eyes, haven't I?
I'm sorry, Jude. I just wondered what was going to happen when Reno sees him. What if she starts asking...
Oh, yeah. God forbid that anything should happen to Mr. Burke. I'm going outside. Oh, shit.
Judy! Hey, come get some fresh air. We just want to keep an eye on
Yes, I'll be
Jude.
there very quick. You go now. I want to go outside.
You can have an art lesson first.
Sam, I'll talk with you.
Hey, look at this. It'll work. I know it will.
You must not do this. Yamil is afraid for you. You must wait. It's not long time.
I thought you'd understand. I can't wait. I've got 5 months left. You're getting out of here.
But it's better than if you get caught. Yamil fear. Not want you hurt. Please, Sam.
I can't. She's my mother and she's dying. I've got to see her. It doesn't matter what happens afterwards as long as I can be with her. Don't you see? Promise you won't tell anyone?
Yamil, promise.
Thanks.
Oh, take it easy, will you? You're safer here than anywhere else.
And you're on my side, I suppose.
Personally, I think you should be denackered. But this is business. Now, you in or not?
I mean,
Right. Take a look at this. But keep it out of your mouth.
acid.
Give the man a cigar.
Oh, shit!
Yeah. It's cut with some chemical crap, but who gives a stuff? We cut it into squares, and at $2 a trip. It's the cheapest holiday around here.
That'll cost you about $1,000. What'd you shell out?
300.
Oh, nice one.
Don't try drawing with these. Coke. Cut with glucose.
And the paint?
Just paints. I gotta have a hobby, don't I?
This is really big league.
I'm big league, Fran. I'm taking over the gambling and the other rackets. The drugs is just a part of it.
Once we harvest that booze, we'll have something for everyone.
Right. And with Desmond out of action, there won't be a bloody soul to stop us.
Bloody boring round here now.
Boring?
Yeah, you know, dull, dreary.
She means she's missing Pixie and Bobby.
Hey, Bob!
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Bobby.
Oh, yeah, well, it makes you feel good when you do something worthwhile, doesn't
Yep,
it?
certainly does. Look, I think you better get back to your friends. I think they've missed you.
Yeah, I've got heaps to tell them. Oh, g'day. So, g'day you. holidays. Oh, good. Hi. Oh, feel like some company?
You want me to be polite or honest?
Well, I just thought we could talk. It's sort of important.
Candid keeper. I just don't want any more problems at the moment, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Sam? Sure, we'll talk. Don't expect any miracles, though, okay?
No, don't be silly. It can wait. Plenty of time.
Yeah. There's always plenty of time.
Geez, I've really tried to be friends with her, Bob, but she's a bloody tough nut to crack. Every time I open my mouth, I put your foot in it, I know. Me? Trying to be friendly. Look, I know that, Rabbit. She doesn't. So tell us about the spunk. Hey, Bobby, come here! Come on! What? Hey, veggies, big deal. Celery. Look, all we got to do is get some dope plants, put them in here and... Go on, Lex! What's so funny? Been there, done that! What about magic mushrooms? Bet you haven't done that. Look, all we can do is we can put them in here underneath the pumpkin leaves. Oh, what stink! What did you guys have for lunch? Oh, it wasn't me. Oh, God! Oh, what is it? It's the blood coming to get you, Lex! What on earth is going on? Invasion of the body snatchers, Miss Bell! I hope Mrs. Reynolds finds it as interesting as...
I'm not a complete fool. You were the only ones on gardening duty. Now, who's responsible? All right, I take it from your silence, you're all guilty. You'll lose buy-up tonight and for the next 2 weeks. And if there's any more of this, you'll be facing the VJ next time. Is it clear?
Yes, Governor.
I don't suppose there's any point in asking about your bruises, Delaney? Burke? I thought not. Miss Ferguson, you can take them out.
Certainly, Governor.
Come on.
Can you give me a minute, Mrs. Reynolds?
All right, McRae. What is it?
Well, it's a lousy time to ask, but I'd like to get back to my studies. The law course.
Yes, I know.
See, Murphy, Mr. Murphy, wouldn't let the correspondence lessons in, but I thought...
I'll get onto it straight away. Mr. Murphy no longer has any say in what happens at Wentworth.
I heard. Well, we feel pretty bad about Meyer and Pixie.
We all do.
Thanks. And, sorry about the booze.
Pumpkin spew! Hey, Lex, getting it all up, are we? You never had anything decent to wear apart from those tacky rags. You wouldn't think it was so funny. Oh, come on, Banjo. Lex, where's your sense of... Jeez, what happened to your back? That's none of your business. Oh, there's more of it. Get the number of the truck. Back off, I'm warning you. Come on, Lex, we're your mates. If someone's bashing you up,
Oh, that's a laugh. Piggy Eyes here always got her nose in my business. Well, she's no mate of mine, bloody...
Don't start that again.
Well, at least my mum taught me right from wrong, which is more than you can say.
What's that got to do with anything?
Just get out and leave me alone. Come, both of you, get out! Jude. We never got a chance to say goodbye. Please. She was everything to me, Sam. I never told her this, but I loved her so much. It'll be all right, Jude. It will. It'll be all right.
I put a coloured ball here. But it did that to the pumpkins. Can you imagine what it would have done to our insides if we'd have chunk it? Be like that guy in Alien. Guts everywhere.
Stop. You're quite a card, my lady.
Hey, did you see Jude? Is she all right?
Yeah, she's fine. Just wants to be on her own for a while, you know.
Hello. Oh, g'day. Nice to see you back.
Oh, thanks. Oh, I saw this.
Remember?
Huh? Yeah, that's the plans for your robot.
Yep. Still want to help us out with it?
Yeah, sure. How about all the timber and stuff?
Oh, that's no problem. Mrs. Reynolds has given us the okay for everything we need. How long do you think it'll take?
Good news week, folks. Who's buying?
She's selling leprosy.
How about you, Bunny Brain? I got your favourite. Coke at special prices. Acid too, if you want it.
And if we don't?
No problems. As long as you got your dollars ready.
For what?
Your insurance policy. It'll cost you $1 a week for protection from now on.
Oh, yeah? From who?
What do you think? Too bad Pixie didn't have insurance, eh? Now, you watch your manners, Mitchell. I haven't finished yet. Seeing as I'll only be charging the minimum for each policy, I'll be taking half your goods as well. You all got that, have you?
Can't you do anything?
Sorry, it's not my territory. I promised Myra I'd stay out.
Excuse me. All right, everybody, buy-ups here. Well, you don't seem very pleased.
Sure they are. Aren't you, girls?
When I'm richer, I reckon I'll sleep until tea time every day.
Come on, let's get your bum into gear.
All right, campus, rise and shine.
G'day, Mr. C. Oh, sorry, Mr. C.
That's all right, Marlene. It's nice to see you again.
Oh, geez, it's great to have you back, Mr. C. The one with the bleary eyes is Lexi.
Hello, Lexi. Okay, then. Hurry it up, eh?
See you later. Oh, you really like him, Lex. He's real fair with everyone. First, him and I didn't get off to a good start.
Some friend. How long's she going to keep that up?
I don't know. What'd you have to go and make that crack for last night anyway?
It's only a joke. All I said was lucky the scars weren't on her face, or she'd have to use spack filler and...
Wasn't bloody funny, Rabbit.
All right. Hey, do you reckon her mother did it?
Maybe. I remember once when we were living in a squat together. She had all these burns up her arm. She was supposed to be staying with her mum then, but she stayed with me half the time.
Did she say how she got it?
She reckoned she fell asleep smoking. After that, she always wore long sleeves.
Morning.
I need this cuppa. How about you, Joyce?
Oh, lovely. Black with one, please.
I remember.
Well, how does it feel being back in harness?
I don't know, a bit queer, really. Sort of like I've never been away.
Well, you certainly picked the right time to come back. What with all this dreadful Murphy business and poor Meg being in the state she's in.
There you go.
Oh, lovely. Ta.
She's a brave lady and no mistake. Don't know how she's held up under it all.
No, you can't know, can you? I've often tried to imagine what it must be like to be raped, and that's bad enough, but to find out you were pregnant as well...
Hang about, what are you saying? Raped? Pregnant? Are we talking about Meg?
But I thought you knew. You just said how brave she was.
Well, I was talking about Phil's death and that maniac who kidnapped me. What is all this? You saying Meg was raped?
Yes, it happened just after you left. Oh, dear, I shouldn't have said anything.
Oh, my God, the poor love.
Well, that's why she's in court today, testifying against that dreadful man.
It's going to be a bloody nightmare for her.
Yes, I don't know how I'd cope with it. And of course, now she's decided to keep the baby.
Really?
Oh, Dennis, you won't tell her I told you, will you? I mean, I thought you knew all about it. I'd hate Meg to think I was just gossiping about her.
No, don't worry, Joyce. I won't breathe a word. I promise.
And Harley, Fisher and Brent to the workshop. Okay, move out, you lot. Not you, Bacata. The governor wants you.
It is my husband.
I wouldn't know.
Fail, I bet.
Hey, yeah, what do we tell ya?
I go home?
Yeah, well, forget about this place, love.
Don't worry, we'll keep your bed warm for you, Camel.
You lot, I told you to move out. Now get going. Get your things together, Mitchell.
You're lucky, Bacata.
What do you want?
I could do some trading in the workshop if there's anything to sell. What do you reckon?
Okay, come on. But don't give them nothing until you see the colour of their money, okay?
You okay? Anything else?
I'd say that just about covers the lot. Come on, hand it over.
Now, Ferguson. Wait your turn.
You've really blown it this time, Kelly. You know that? You're going to go straight to the pound.
Yeah? Well, if I do, I'll have you for company. Might be worth it when I see the look on Renault's face after I tell her how you framed Murphy. Now get going. Time's money. Now, where were we?
Don't threaten me, Kelly. Now, you cried rape to the police, and Desmond engineered the whole thing. You were in it up to your filthy little neck.
True. What do you reckon they can do to us? A year? Maybe 2 added to our sentence?
At least.
You, Phyllis, they'd throw you out on your ear. And even if they didn't charge you, you'd be finished. So you show a little respect, because I'm the one that's keeping you in this job.
Do you understand, Bakata?
Police not let me go home.
Not quite. It's just a matter of bail. When your husband raises the money, then...
Ahmed does not want to. He does not try to get money.
That's not true, Yamil. He rang me first thing this morning to say he was worried about you. He feels that he failed you.
No, I fail. Old ways are hard to leave, yes?
Yes, I'm sure they are. But Ahmed's main worry is that you won't eat. He tells me you've been on a hunger strike. Now, don't you think it'd be much happier if you gave up all that nonsense?
Please, you let me talk on the telephone one more time. I tell Ahmed I follow only new ways, new laws now, yes?
Yes, I think that's an excellent idea. And try not to worry. It won't be too long before your trial.
You are a good person, Mrs. Reynolds. I will not worry anymore. But I must work. I should be in laundry.
Yes, of course. But let's arrange this phone call first, shall we?
What the hell do you think you're doing, Patterson?
What's it look like?
It looks like you're heading for a charge. Now get back to work.
Yes, sir, Herr Commandant.
I said move.
Don't do that. You might just get me all upset. And then I might just accidentally tell Reno about you and Mr. Murphy.
Now look what you made me do, Patterson. That's just a sample of what you're going to get if you try to blackmail me again. Is that clear?
Yes.
Louder.
Yes, Miss Ferguson.
Because we wouldn't want you to finish up like some of Mr. Murphy's friends at Woodridge, would we? You see, Patterson, they're dead. Understand?
You all right?
Terrific. I feel as though the butterflies are playing a football match in my stomach.
Good morning, Mrs. Morris.
Good morning. This is a friend of mine, Chris Sutton.
How do you do?
Bit of moral support, eh?
You could say that. It's all right for me to be with her.
Oh, certainly. Unless the judge calls a close court. Mrs. Morris, you won't be allowed in until you give evidence.
Yes, I know.
It won't be too long, though. I'm calling you early in the piece.
Morning, Harry. See you in there.
Are you all right, Mrs. Morris?
Yes, I just didn't expect him to look so different. So respectable.
Oh, his solicitor would have seen to that. It makes a good impression on the jury. Now, don't let it worry you. Come on.
Well, don't think about it. That's the best way. You know he cares about you after he went to all that trouble. Yes, it's true. I think when we get back together, things will be better.
Of course they will, yeah.
Sure. You can go for nice romantic camel rides with the rest of the wall.
Oh, why don't you shut up, Lou?
Why don't you make me, fat stuff?
Well, it's nice to see you're all kept so busy. Samantha, you've got a visitor.
My mother.
Actually, she says she's your sister.
My sister! Hey, great! Well, says I wish I had a sister. Parents couldn't make the same mistake twice, kid.
She does not like you?
Don't know what's up her nose. If she can't get along with me, who can she get on?
Little Dicky Bird told me you didn't hand over your buyout. Or pay your insurance.
That's right, Kelly. And there's no way you're getting anything from her. You're just wasting your time.
It's no way to talk to your top dog. Now, is it?
I don't remember any election. As far as I'm concerned, Myra's still in charge.
Desmond's in the hospital. And somehow, I don't see you or any of your gutless mates making the grade. So, I reckon that makes me it. Especially since the freak's so ready to help me. Now shift your fat, Bryant.
No way.
Okay. Suit yourself. Don't you, Bryant? Yours, must be jigging around like a puppet, and I'm pulling the strings. Now, who's top dog?
Don't or you'll kill her!
Who's top dog, Bunny Brain?
You won't! You'll let it go!
Hey, fat stuff. This is no time to take a rest. We've got work to do.
Thanks. Pleasure. You know, this is really dumb. I've been practicing what I was going to say to you for days. Now I can't think of a thing.
No, me neither. You really don't look like I expected.
No? Well, you do. I mean, sort of.
How's my mum? Is she better?
She's great. I mean, she's still not well. That's why she couldn't come in today. But she's on the mend.
I wish I could see her.
Well, you will. I mean, 6 months isn't very long, is it? You can have a huge party when you get out of here. Got lots of friends for you to meet. Would you like Prince or Michael Jackson?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Tell me about my mum.
Oh, did I tell you about Nellie? She's my dog. Got her for my 5th birthday. She's a bit long in the tooth now.
Something's wrong, isn't it?
No, of course not.
Supposing I got out tomorrow, or maybe even next week.
But you couldn't, could you? I mean, they wouldn't let you out so soon.
She's sicker than you're telling me, isn't she? Look, Sal, I've got to know. I've waited so long for this. Please tell me.
There's nothing to tell. Honestly, Sam, things are going to be just great.
Right. He was the leader of the two.
Let the record show the witness identified the defendant.
Thank you, Mrs. Morris. No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Morton, do you wish to cross-examine?
Thank you, Your Honor. Just a few questions, Mrs. Morris.
Yes, of course.
Now, you say you showered, and then you called a friend.
Yes.
But you didn't call the police. Why was that?
I just felt that I couldn't talk to anyone about it.
But you talked to a friend.
Yes, but...
You talked to a friend, but you couldn't talk to the police, despite the fact that you are a trained prison and probation officer. And you knew, didn't you, that the correct procedure was to call the police immediately.
I just wasn't ready.
Oh, I see. And when you were ready, as you put it, did you tell the police that you knew my client?
No!
Why not?
Well, because it's not true.
Isn't it a fact that you had met my client several times and had, in fact, already had sexual intercourse with him?
No! That's a lie! I'd never seen him before.
Objection, Your Honor. The question is improper and irrelevant.
Objection sustained. Continue, Mr. Morton.
Mrs. Morris, you live alone,
Yes?
and you are divorced from your second husband.
Yes, but...
And since your divorce, you have had several, shall we say, liaisons with various men.
Well, I...
Objection, Your Honor. Counsel is well aware that Mrs. Morris's private life is totally immaterial in this case.
I take your point. Mr. Morton?
Your Honor, I'm certainly not seeking to dig dirt, if you will, for the sake of influencing the jury. But my client's case rests on the fact that the witness was not only a willing partner, but did in fact initiate the sexual act.
Very well, Mr. Morton. But I warn you, I expect your questions to remain within the proper bounds of propriety.
Naturally, as Your Honor pleases. Mrs. Morris, prior to your relationship with my client, is it not a fact that you spent the night at your home with a Dr. Jonathan Edmonds, a man you hardly knew?
Yes, but...
And immediately after your relationship with my client, you entered into a romantic attachment with a Mr. Philip Cleary, now deceased.
That has got nothing to do with this.
Answer the question, Mrs. Morris.
He was my friend. Nothing more.
May I remind you that you are under oath, Mrs. Morris?
I know that.
Then I'll ask you again.
No. I've already answered you. I am not the guilty one. I'm the victim.
Come on, Bobby, you'll have to do better than that.
Says who? You're not the boss, you know.
I am when Ralph's out.
Yeah, well, you just better hope he gets that new contract. There's not enough work around here for the three of us.
Oh, yeah? I was the best apprentice he's ever had.
Till I came along.
Oh, come on, give it to me. I'll show you how
Well,
it's
I
done.
can do it.
Okay.
Pete, give us a
Look,
bang.
get out of that.
Ow!
Oh. Jeez, I'm sorry, Bobby.
It's all right. It's just a scratch.
Yeah, well, give us a look anyway. Better get something on there.
It'll be all right.
You make? Yeah, I make. It's pretty. It's not pretty enough.
Did you see Matthew?
No, love.
He's all right, though.
He will be, love. Just give him time.
He really liked her, didn't he?
Yeah, I reckon he did, Mum.
We all loved her. Wouldn't want a game of snooker, would you? You're right, I wouldn't. So, what do you think?
Oh, well, I've been making some notes. The sooner we go through them, the sooner
Right.
I can get started.
Whatever you say.
Right, now, for starters, I reckon it'll be easier if we scale it down. Now, I can make it, what, 18 inches, 2 feet tall to go on a table or a desk.
No, I mean, it must be 4 feet tall, otherwise it won't look real. Or the kids won't be impressed by it.
Okay, fair enough. Now, your drawing shows that the head comes off. Now, really, that's just making extra
But
work.
it must. I mean, we need it for storage space. Jeff, can't you just follow my drawings?
You see, I could put a little door in the back of it. I mean, it'll be much easier access.
Except what?
Except if it's only a small door, it wouldn't be big enough for someone to get inside. Someone maybe trying to get out of here?
It's only a toy for some deaf kids, for God's sake.
Is it, Sam?
Please, Jeff. I've got to see my mother.
You must be off your head, love. You've only got a few months to serve. Well, do you realise what you're getting yourself into?
You're going to give me away, aren't you?
Oh, love, it's not my place to judge you.
So you make the rubber?
Yeah, I'll make it. But I'm going to keep on trying to talk you out of this nonsense, okay?
And you say you frequented the singles bar quite often?
Yes, sir. Well, I'm not proud of it, but I'm a pretty shy bloke, and, well, it's a way of meeting girls.
Yes. Yes, a pickup joint, in other words.
Yes, sir.
And you met Mrs. Morris there?
Yes, sir.
Could you please tell the court the circumstances under which you met?
Well, it's a bit awkward. Well, I don't want to be disrespectful, but she approached me. She knew a friend of mine. And well, look, she's a really nice lady, and she was good to me. I stayed the night the first time. It was fantastic. Well, she's very experienced.
Lie! Why didn't you tell them the truth? It's not true, not one word of it.
Your Honor, I do protest.
Mrs. Morris, either you sit quietly or I shall have to order you from the court. Is that clear?
Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Oh, I was pretty shocked, I tell you. So I told her I didn't think I should see her again. The next thing I found out, I was arrested.
You okay?
Why not? It beats lunch.
What's the matter? I thought you liked me.
I'm going to be in the can for another 6 months. There's not much point, is there?
Jeez, you're dumb, you know that?
I am not.
You are too. Look, I want you to be my girlfriend. I don't just mean for 6 months, Bob. I mean my real steady girlfriend.
We can't go anywhere.
Yeah, okay, so what? For 6 months we'll just see each other here. Ralph won't be around all the time. Why don't you want it?
reckon I want it more than anything. Except there are things you don't know about me, Pete. Things I've done.
Oh, look, I know all I need to know, Bob. Who cares about the past? All we got's the future to worry about, eh?
Oh, there you are. I've been looking for you.
Hi.
I got a letter from your family.
Yeah?
Oh, come on. Aren't you going to open it?
Thanks, Mr. C.
Is there something wrong, lass?
Everything. When everything's wrong, that's when you really need a friend, isn't it?
Of course.
Yeah, well, I don't reckon I've got any. Not Bobby, anyhow. She used to be my best friend.
She still is.
Not anymore.
Oh, come on. Okay, maybe her head's turned for the moment by a new face, and her job too, remember. But you can count on Bobby. Eh? I'll bet me boots on it.
Yeah? Thanks, Mr. C. You've always been really good to us. I didn't think you would be after what happened to Bucky and everything. I mean, even though it was the freak's policy.
Yeah, just a minute, lass. I haven't spoken to Heather. Her mother doesn't even know where she is. Hey, look, how about you telling me just what the hell went on here?
Point is, he should have been blacklisted completely. Oh, fair go. You can't deprive a man of earning a living. The union's supposed to protect our livelihood. Oh, the union hasn't got the courage of its convictions. A 3-month suspension for a scab is ludicrous.
Well, if you feel that strongly about it, why don't you stand as union rep? No one else is clamouring for the job.
You know, I might just do that. It'd make quite a change to have a union rep with the courage of her convictions.
You've got no convictions worth a cracker, Joe. Or principles either.
I think I'd better go.
Oh, just a sec, Joyce. If she's standing for union rep, so am I. It won't be handed to her on a plate. We've not finished.
Oh, yes, we have, Crookshank.
You hounded Heather out of here, didn't you? Pushed her till she didn't know what she was doing.
Did the department a favour. She was a fool. There's no room in the service for fools.
Well, you better hope there's still a place left for you by the time I've finished. Where I come from, we're loyal to our mates. And we don't forget. Ever.
And you have also heard witnesses give testimony to the good character of my client. Now, if you believe them, you cannot, in all conscience, believe Mrs. Morris's story. It is all too easy for a woman scorned to cry rape as an act of revenge. Their conviction in this case will make it even easier in the future. Search your consciences. All that we ask is justice. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Morton. Mr. Sterling, you may address the jury.
Thank you, Your Honour.
Oh, God. If I were on the jury, even I'd believe
Ladies
you.
and gentlemen of the jury.
You're not.
I won't take up too
He may
much
be
of your
good, but he
time.
can't alter the
It's been a
facts.
long day, and I'm sure you're all anxious to get home for a nice cuppa. Or something a little stronger, hmm? You've heard the eloquence of Mr. Morton in defense of his client. I'm afraid I have nothing as grandiose to offer you. But let us quickly look at the facts. Margaret Morris was brutally raped by 2 men who broke into her home. She has identified one of the men as the defendant. Rather than pleading his innocence, the defendant claims that he was there at her invitation, that she instigated the sexual intercourse. Well, really, forgive me for being flippant, but he should be so lucky. You've heard the honest cry of Mrs. Morris on the witness stand. You've heard the statement from the police surgeon who examined her, the sexual offences officer who took her statement, and the affidavit from one Angela Adams, which, while not in itself conclusive, certainly suggests that this vicious sexual attack was premeditated. Margaret Morris has suffered enough. Do not hand down a verdict which will cause her more suffering. Mr. Morton says he wants justice. Well, so do we, members of the jury. So do we.
Members of the jury, this case is now in your hands. If you believe, as Mr. Morton claims, that Mrs. Morris was a willing party to any sexual acts that may have transpired, then you must find the defendant not guilty. If, on the other hand, you feel the Crown has proved its case
I'll give down your pack and we'll
beyond
take you home.
any reasonable doubt,
No, I'll see it through.
then the defendant is guilty as charged. I shall ask you to retire now to consider your verdict.
You may leave now. Thank you.
Hey, Petster, don't forget now, half your buy-up.
I'm doing you a favour. You might even lose a few pounds.
Rabbit! Oh, when'd you get back? Oh, about 5 minutes ago.
How was it?
Oh, ace.
Oh, great.
Hey, listen, if you two stop playing silly buggers, because if you have, I'll tell you a secret.
Yeah, come on. If you tell us, it won't be a secret, will it?
All right, then, if you don't want to know,
Oh,
I won't
come
bother
on,
telling
I do. Tell.
You ready? Yeah. I've got a fella, and I don't just mean a one-night stand either. I mean a real fella, a boyfriend.
Yes.
Cross me heart, spit on me grandmother's grave, and you name it.
Well, what do you know?
He doesn't care where I've been or what I've done. Just loves me.
Oh, Bob, that's fantastic.
Oh, geez, I'm wrapped. Hope you two find blokes like Pete.
Oh, I reckon I'm getting an appetite for Yorkshire pud. Mr. C? Well, why not? Can't hurt to have a screw in your stomach.
Oh, sex-starved buggers. I don't
Hey,
reckon
Rabbit.
he'd be in it anyway.
Just leaves Matt for you. What do you reckon?
She'll be in like Flynn.
Oh, geez, you're wrong, both of you. You know what Myra said about him making the decision? He did. Pics. It's going to take him ages to get over her. I really like him. But he said he just wants to be me mate. So that's what I'm going to be. A really good mate. I reckon that's better than sex any day.
It's nice when you get both, but...
Members of the jury, have you reached a verdict?
We have. We find the defendant guilty as charged.
And is this the verdict of you all?
It is.
You have performed your duties in a true and proper fashion.
And that's enough. Let's get you out of here. Got some water?
Oh, Shane!
Honey Jane?
Oh, Shane. Boy, you gave me a fright. What are you doing here?
Well, I didn't know whether you'd want me here or not. But you do, don't you?
Of course I do. But listen...
And I can stay with you, can't I?
Now, Shane, wait a minute. You've got a home now. What about your new parents?
They're not me parents. They hate me.
Shane.
That's why I ran away. And I'm never going back there again. Never.
Mitchell, Governor.
Hello, Bobby. How's the job?
Oh, it's really good, Mrs. Reynolds. I really love it. Thought I was going to be fired or something like that when Mr. C said that you wanted to see me.
Not quite, but you won't be going to work tomorrow.
Oh, why? Mrs. Reynolds, I haven't done anything wrong. If I have, I'll make up for it. But please don't stop me from going to work.
I think you'd better sit down, Bobby. I've got something to tell you, and it may come as quite a shock.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too.